What is going on, y'all beautiful people, man? It's amazing to be here with you guys here today, man. It is so fun today. Today is a day the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, man. And in this video, we're going to be talking about why the world needs your good vibe. Why the world needs you to get closer to Christ so that you can continue to live in love, hope, peace, and joy through Him. And why it's so important for your family, for your loved ones, for your significant other, for the people in your life, and for yourself too. So firstly, on our end, well, let me talk about this, man, because a lot of times I just want to make this video for you guys. If you're feeling like the world always doesn't like recognize, like, hey, like this person's happy, or this person's like bringing a lot of energy, bringing like greatness, bringing joy to the situation, the room, whatever it might be. And we think like, okay, like what is the point sometimes? Like, why are we going to continue to get closer? Why are we, no, not that why are we going to continue to get closer, but why are we going to go all in? We're trying to become people. You might have somebody in life that is really like, they test you. They're kind of like, negative sometimes. There might be somebody that is trying to, not necessarily consciously trying to, but they'll try to like bring you down a notch if you're happy and you're joyous and all that stuff. And you're like, why am I going to continue to try to get my mind fortified and my mind ready and me ready in the love, the peace, and the joy of the Lord, just to work around this person? Like, this person isn't changing at all. They're just staying how they are. And it's really frustrating sometimes. You're like, why would I have to do that? Like, what's even the point of doing that? Like, they're the ones that are doing that. They're the cause of me being like negative sometimes. Like, if I could just remove this person, that would be a lot easier. But let me tell you, man. It is so damn amazing when you realize that it is so powerful to be able to hold your joy, love, and peace despite any circumstance that we are in. And if we can realize that it is a gift from God to have some situation that is making us a little bit angry, making us a little bit upset, making us a little bit negative, whatever it might be, to have the ability to put our trust in the Lord and to try to get everything into Him so that we can be stronger and we can go anywhere fearlessly, knowing that we have strength through Christ. Because, for me, sometimes with my girlfriend, sometimes she would be a little bit on the more negative side. She would be a little bit on that side, and it would be a little bit hard because I'm like, I'm trying to be strong, I'm trying to be joyous, trying to do that stuff. It wasn't always the easiest. My mother, she has somebody at her work that is very negative, that is on an extreme end, like, wait, this person's like pretty damn bad. And she wonders, like, why should I have to get better in terms of, like, it's just this person. But for me, with myself, with my girlfriend, I've realized that I love my girlfriend so much. I want to continue to be with her. And I had to build a strength around, like, being able to hold on to my joy and peace despite any way that she comes into the day, into my time. And it's still something I'm getting better at, of course. But I've gotten, like, a lot better at it, knowing and being able to place my trust in the Lord. And there's so many different facets of this, but it's like I have to place my trust in knowing that if she takes something the wrong way, I didn't mean it like that, and being able to say, like, I don't need her approval. If she feels that certain way about this, that's okay. Of course, I love her, but I'm always seeking God's approval. I'm trusting that the Lord is going to have everything work together for good for those who love Him. My girlfriend, she worries a lot about certain things. She worries a lot about, like, little things. She worries a lot about things that are going on. She is going to dramatify it sometimes, and she's gotten a lot better. She gets a lot better at all these things. But what I'm saying is that can happen, and it's like sometimes that will get pushed onto me, and I'm like, oh shoot, like, is she gonna be okay? All that stuff that we think about with our loved ones. But I've realized, like, okay, everything works out in the end. It always works out. It always ends up going okay. And even if it doesn't, we still got God on our side. And that, like, those are just little things, but also with my joy. I have to, like, always try to hold on to that joy. For this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. That stuff is stuff that I've used to be able to continue to try and have with that every day. Even if she comes in a little bit upset, sometimes I'll feel myself get into that, like, oh, like, why is she upset today? But I'm combating it with going to the joy of the Lord despite that. I don't always have to, like, share it with her. I'm starting it on my own side. We can start it on our own side and have this on our own side and protect that and be able to be like, I'm going to hold on to this. If you want to be yourself, you can be yourself, but be yourself a little bit like a couple feet from me. Even if they want to be in our vicinity, it's okay because we're holding on to it on our inside. We don't got to show anybody that we're happy and joyous, anything like that, but we're holding on to it on our inside. And a lot of times they can really see that. And I really saw the impact of this not just for myself, but for her too, man. Because she texted me and she sent me a little audio message this couple of days ago. And she sent me an audio message, and we were originally gonna hang out that night. I was gonna drive all the way to her house, but I ended up being like, oh no, I have to get a haircut kind of late. I'm gonna be end up staying here. And she was like, in a joking way, she was like, sent them audio message, and she said, you know, I was gonna let you off the hook today, but actually, like, I'm kind of upset because you weren't gonna come over, and I really wanted to see you. I miss you, and you know, I wanted to talk with you. I wanted to tell you about my day, but then also I wanted to hear about your day and like what you had going on and like the stuff that God is telling you, and you know, just the little things that you have going on because you know, I might not be the most positive person, but I actually really love to hear like when you are trying to hold on to like when you have that positivity and when you have good things happening and where you have things that you're looking towards and you're sharing it in that positive way. And she says, I like to listen to it and to see how I can take it and apply it to my life also. And that little thing for me, man, that was so damn meaningful to me. That like literally meant so much to me because sometimes you wonder like, does she even care that I'm trying to be positive or I'm trying to share this positive stuff and I'm like trying to do that? Does she actually just like sometimes you wonder like does she like not like that? You know, being in her state that she's in. Does she just hate that? Does she like not want to hear anything positive or anything like that? But that really just showed me the power of us being able to hold on to that joy. And I'm not rubbing it in her face or I'm like, why are you so negative? Why are you so that? And you know, I've gotten a lot better at being able to just do it from a complete like, hey, I just love you. But how that can really help change somebody's life. I've seen it with her, and I've also seen it with my mother, who is, you know, she deals with this person at work that's very hard on her. And she would be in this place a little while back where she would complain about it a lot, and she would just like, not even complain about it, but she would talk about it a lot, and I could see how it is affecting her. And for me, once I got more into the joys and to the peace, I was able to talk with her about it in a way that was completely loving, knowing that nothing might come out of it. She might still feel this way about this person, but I was going to continue to love her despite that. And that actually helped her take and be able to approach it a little bit differently and be able to get into a better place. And she actually went to work the next day at a much better place. But basically being able to just bring that hope and joy to other people is so powerful because you can change people's life with just a vibe, just your vibe, that you're continuing to lift them up and show them that there is more to life than the negativity that is pushed down our throat on TikTok, on whatever it might be, man. Of course, it's all what you look at. But it is so important that you hold on to your joy and love and peace because there's people in your life that are going to need it. There's people in your life that you might be feeling like, I wish they were a little bit more positive. I wish they were a little bit more going towards Jesus. But if we can set the example first, that is going to be the thing that actually leads people to curiosity, leads people to knowing, hey, I want to like live a little bit more. I don't want to always think about the negativity. I don't want to always think about this stuff. There's more to life than that. Because even for myself, the ability to hold on to my joy helps me go with my girlfriend and basically just holding on to that joy helps me have fun in my life on my internal side, and it passes on to her too. In terms of like, I'll just like be having fun, laughing about life, laughing about certain things. Like, oh my gosh, this is so funny, it's so amazing, delighting in it, and you know, it passes on to her because we could just laugh about stuff, have fun, we start joking about whatever. And I really realized that the more that I'm able to hold on to it and not be like, oh, I'm upset that she's upset, whatever it might be, the more that we could just be in that state more and more, and it helps us grow closer. And I'm also seeing how it's helping her grow just by her talking about it like that too. So if you have people like that in your life that you want to help, that you really care about, that you really love, hold on to the love for life, but then also hold on to the love for them, like Jesus wants us to have. He wants us to have love for them as much as we have love internally. So I love you guys. Hope you're doing amazing today, man. God bless you if you are dealing with this. God bless you if you're going on this journey. It might not be the easiest thing, but it is so worth it. Love you guys. Hope you're doing amazing today. Peace.